Ooh, they're tweaking the plasmatic discharger. Who is shocked? Can I get some hands up? No? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Quick reminder. There are 10 days left in the season. I made a video covering all the weapons and heroes that you might not want to miss. If you are somebody who's been slacking or you didn't have enough free time to play Save the World in the last few months, this is a video you might want to watch to make sure you don't miss anything. I also covered a couple of tips for getting a lot of gold very easily if you guys are not able to afford some of this stuff. So check that out down below. I also want to mention that because we're going to be covering some tweaks to the plasmatic discharger, all my videos pre-patch are still going to be there. I have a couple more on the way. I might be putting some of those together on stream today, so link down below. Just a casual editing stream, but yeah, I do have a couple more videos coming out pre-patch, so let's get into it. So plasmatic discharger upcoming changes. This is from Freight Train, and he said this. So just wanted to drop in and provide an update to our most recently released weapon, the plasmatic discharger. With the release of any feature, item, hero, weapon, we're always watching it closely to see how it's performing. Currently, it is overperforming in some areas. What? No, due to a few bugs and minor issues. So the first thing is something I've repeated quite a bunch on my channel, and that the weapon type was not set properly, meaning it's not set as an explosive weapon. So it's kind of just all the weapons, but also none of them. It's weird how it interacts. Like shotgun buffs and sniper buffs and all those in support don't buff the weapon, but the weapon is outputting, like, as it says here, unintended damage to the Storm King's horn because it's kind of acting as a melee. We also experienced yesterday on stream that it's cutting right through smokescreen, which is... what a weird weapon. It's been fun to play with, and that's why I have a couple more videos on the way. So it's properly typed an explosive weapon in the 22.40 update. Archer's confirming that that is on the 15th. So we got about 5 days of fun before it is properly an explosive weapon. That should, if I'm not mistaken, fix the perks as well. I don't think he mentioned that here, but that should fix the fact that it doesn't have any perks. And at least until they tweak the ammo or damage, which we'll get to in a second, perks should make this weapon just way better. I mean, we'll be able to run a crit build or triple damage. Reload shouldn't do anything. Fire rate might do something. I don't know. We'll have some fun. We'll have some fun. There's an issue where the weapon's energy ball can stay on a friendly structure longer than intended. The reason for that, for those curious, is because this weapon is ported from BR. And on BR, it was meant to just break all the structures and stay on the structure until it was broken. It has special coding to stay longer on structures until it's broken. In Save the World, it can't break friendly structures. So it just sort of stayed forever. Not ever, you know, but like 20 seconds. It's a crazy long time. And that's going to be fixed apparently later on. So I'll read that in a second. We're aiming to reduce the time it lasts once stopped on friendly structures. This will take a while to fix and happen sometimes during the Winterfest Venture season. For those who don't know what that means, Winterfest is the next season of Ventures. You might have mentioned, might have heard me mention that we had 10 days left in the season, and yeah, next season will be all the winter stuff. Really cool stuff. A Crackshot, my favorite hero in the entire game. Link's Cassandra, some of your favorite hero in the entire game. Santa's Little Helper, super good. Pain Train, all the fun stuff's coming around in the wintertime. So yeah, that'll be sometime during that, because this is definitely a bug. Bug fixes, it takes some time. And this is interesting. Massive damage for only 3 cells per shot. Yes. Okay, we're going to rebalance the damage and ammo cost. That scares me. I feel like the damage is... maybe I'm nuts. I don't know. I feel like the damage is kind of fine. It's just that 3 ammo is ridiculously cheap. But he does mention rebalancing the damage and ammo cost to put the weapon more in line with others that are similar. The Deatomizer, the Noble Launcher, which he specifically mentions. Noble Launcher is garbage, though? I don't know. Deatomizer, Noble Launcher, the Wrath is more single target, but it costs 60 energy cells to hit a group of enemies, which is crazy. The Plasmatic Discharger can do that amount of damage for 3. 3. Did I mention the Deatomizer? Yeah. Vacuum Tube Launcher also has crazy good crowd clearing, but for 30 energy cells. The Deciblaster, if you can get it bouncing. I'm not linking a bunch of videos in a casual recording, but I have videos on all of that. So, yeah. Go find them if you're interested. We're going to rebalance. Okay. Yeah. Like the Noble Launcher. The timeline for this is the same as above. Sometime during Winterfest, which means we will be able to do Frost Knight, with this weapon, which I don't know if I feel good or bad about that, because I do want to record Frost Knight videos for every single one of these, just like I did last year. I know a lot of you really enjoyed that, so I want to take all of the new, not new, but all of the different challenges. What do they call these things? Modifiers? I don't even know. and I want to do them in the 128 power levels and just do them all, and I think that's fun. But I don't want to be using the plasmatic discharger every time, so maybe we'll have like a gentleman's rule in the group for whoever's playing with me during those to not use it. We'll see. There may be a few other tweaks that happen, but these are the main issues we plan to address. All changes will be documented in the home base status report. By the way, of course, I'll be covering that. So this is like a pre-patch recording. I will cover this in earnest once it actually drops, but I figure the heads up would be interesting to many of you. When the details are nailed down because of these changes, we will offer an item reset, which is fair, so you can recover any resources, which is not all of them, because people like myself burned what must have been like 3,000 reperk in the process of figuring out that the perks don't do anything. So I don't know how big that bundle should be, but it would be nice if we got like a little bit of a reperk drop with this, because, okay, it's one thing to change a weapon and then say sorry and then give us an item reset. They've done that before plenty of times, but the weapon was hard bugged to not have any functional perks. I have never experienced this in all of my time as a Save the World player and content creator. So, whatever, I can afford reperk. I don't know why I'm bitching, but a lot of you can't, so I'm looking out for you guys. Either way, enjoy the rest of the event. Yeah, it's coming to an end quickly, in 10 days no less. And then he followed up with a few extra comments. You can read these here, but the one that I wanted to mention was this one. So, not gonna probably be useless after they adjust it. Going to have fun while it lasts. This is the typical extremely cynical perspective that I would expect on Reddit. It's also something that's bled into a lot of my comments recently. But he said that I understand the feedback and I'll make sure to continue to monitor the conversation around the weapon. I will continue to monitor the conversation around the weapon. If it is a situation where we've made changes too far in one direction, he'll bring it up. The biggest thing to understand here is we're not nerfing the weapon per se. The ammo can be seen as this, but fixing issues that had unintended interactions. I hear him, but he did say damage and energy cost. That does sound like more of a nerf than a rebalance, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's, well, a lot of you have already not taken my advice, I'm sure, in the comments down below, but I don't think it's fair yet to have a strong opinion on this until I actually see the new damage numbers and the new, which we might not even notice, by the way. They might reduce the damage, but since perks are working again, it might not even matter. But until we see how much energy cells they make it cost, I really can't say. I mean, they could go crazy. They could make it 40 energy cells and keep the damage the same. Is that fair? I don't know. They could make it 20 and kind of shock me, but we'll see. And I'm excited to see if this weapon remains viable. I think it will. I mean, the deatomizer's 35 energy cells per shot, and we still use it all the time. So, at least in the Storm King fights. And so, I think it's going to be fine either way. Again, little reminder, I do have a couple of more videos pre-patch when this weapon is super fun to use. I will actually be able to make a proper best perks video soon. I'm kind of happy about that. And yeah, stay tuned for more. Follow on Twitch, and take it easy.